no serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's start. 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Green is out there with Anderson Varejao. And it's Curry in at the 5.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
From deep, Iguodala. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Curry kicks to Iguodala. They kick it out to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. The dish to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. It's Curry outside. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Back to Russell. Kobe against Thompson. The fadeaway. Again, the miss by Bryant. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team, Greg, around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for the Lakers. Larry Nance has checked in for Randall, and Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Shots good from Young.
You know, you go back to Kobe Bryant. He pushed himself so hard last season, though his points per game average was up. Field goal percentage was the worst of his career. Just felt he had a better chance to score than anyone else on the team, and it's real hard to argue that he was wrong about that.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Clarkson. And it's sent back by Bogut. Inside. It's tipped. Fast break, the Lakers. Young's running.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he makes both free throws. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Shoots the 3. Nance with the rebound. Lakers trailed by 5. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Spates checked in for Green. Thompson for 3. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
It's tipped. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The 3 from Barnes. And that concludes the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Harrison Barnes. They'll get out there at Maurice Spates. And there's Livingston. And it's Clark in at the 2 spot.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night, first game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant, stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
But they recover it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. The kick out to Bryant. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And the Lakers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Again, Curry missing.
And, you know, going back to Randle's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
.143 left here in the second. Got a piece of it. Curry against Russell. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And talking about Randle's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Clarkson kicks to Bryant. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Jacks up a 3. And the Warriors miss again. The Lakers trail. And it's the Lakers on the break. So they take the lead. Russell's got his first 2 points.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Nick Young's checked in for the Lakers. An even 3-on-3 break.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Pass to Randle. Here's Clarkson. Gets to the corner and buries it.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
And making a point of getting in there and vying for missed shots.
Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Launches it. Iguodala. No good. Bogut. Can't get it to go. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Lakers ahead as they end the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event an emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. It's stolen by Green.
That steal was a product of active hands and outstanding defensive awareness there.
Thompson for the triple. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
You can point to any number of things, Clark, the Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Curry with a wide open look from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors. The drive by Russell. Clarkson with the ball. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. Then last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Now the feed to Bryant. Warriors with the rebound. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Curry with the 3. And that one's good. Curry's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Verejao. And it's Rush in for Andre Iguodala.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one. And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
To the paint. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Warriors leading by 4. To the paint. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Curry kicks to Spates. The 3. Feeds it to Rush. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead. Young for 3. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrain so far. Here is Livingston on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. Barbosa is up there with Livingston. And it's Bogut in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Randall. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking rejuvenated, they've got to be feeling confident.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Clarkson. Inside. Russell with the bucket.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And Steph Curry with the foul. Here's Clarkson. Hibbert up top. Outside, Russell. Launches a 3. The shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rush's shot is off. For 3, Kobe. And yes, sir, that one drops. Warriors leading by 3. Curry with it. He's picked up by Russell. Curry's shot is off. Shot from the wing. They get it back.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
It's Rush outside. That drops. And the Warriors lead by 6. Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Clarkson passes to Hibbert. He kicks it to Randall. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Timeout called, the Lakers. They're behind by 3. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
You know, looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Yeah, the 2-for-1 situation, guys, is an option in this scenario. I'd be interested to see what they devise.
Larry Nance has checked in for the Lakers. Young comes in for Russell. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that gives a 4-point cushion.